Welcome to EduRev.
Hello everyone, welcome to EduRef. In this video, we will start the discussion of the first chapter of the 6th Standard Geography NCERT, the Earth, our Habitat. So let's just begin. So the first chapter is Earth in the Solar System. Now let us start our discussion by understanding what is solar system. So solar system consists of our star, the sun, and everything bound to it by sun's gravity. That is the 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, dwarf planets such as Pluto, several moons, and millions of asteroids, comets, and meteors. All these are bound to the sun by sun's gravity, and this entire system moves around the sun. So that is solar system. As simple as that. Now, there are 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And we also have dwarf planets such as Pluto. What do you mean by dwarf planet? A tiny planet or mini planet. Now, Pluto is very small. It cannot be considered as a full fledged planet. So, it is a dwarf planet or mini planet. And several moons. So, what do you mean by moons? Moons are natural satellites. Okay. Now, we know that the Earth has one moon, one natural satellite. In that way, except Mercury and Venus, the remaining 6 planets have their own moons or natural satellites. Mercury and Venus do not have their own moons. They do not have their own natural satellites. Clear? Now, Jupiter, it has around 79 moons. And millions of asteroids, comets, and meteors are also part of the solar system. So, we will discuss about them later. Please don't worry about that. So I hope you understood what exactly is solar system. The sun, which is the nearest star to the earth, is at the center of the solar system. And the planets, the dwarf planets, many moons, and millions of asteroids, comets, and meteors, they all revolve around the sun. They are bound by the sun's gravity. This entire system is solar system. Now, solar system is part of the Milky Way galaxy, our home galaxy. So this is a representation of Milky Way galaxy, and sun is roughly here. So galaxies, they are very huge. They contain billions of stars, some of which are like sun, some of which are smaller than sun, and some of which are larger than sun. Okay? So a galaxy contains billions of stars, and not only that, huge clouds of dust and gases. It is actually from these huge clouds of dust and gases the stars form. And there are millions of such galaxies in the universe. So, this explains how tiny we are, how small we are in this universe. Now, galaxies are not static bodies, they are dynamic systems. As you can see, the stars, they move around the galactic center. So, the sun revolves around the galactic center, and the sun takes roughly 250 million years to complete one revolution around the galactic center, and we call it as one cosmic year. Clear? Now, we know that the sun is the nearest star to the earth, right? Now you can see earth here, the third nearest planet to the sun. Now, sun is a star, and stars are very huge. This image explains how huge the stars are. And stars produce their own heat and light, and they are made up of very hot gases. Clear? The sun is very huge, and it is made up of extremely hot gases. So that is the difference between stars and planets actually. Planets are very small compared to stars, and stars are very huge. They produce their own heat and light, and they are made up of extremely hot gases. Now, this point is very important, guys. The distance between sun and the earth is 1 astronomical unit. It is 150 million kilometers, and it is represented as 1 astronomical unit. So here AU means astronomical unit. Okay. Now, I hope you understood this. This is very, very important. It has been asked previously in exam many times. So the distance between the sun and the earth is 150 million kilometers, shown as 1 AU or 1 astronomical unit. Now, for comparison, the distance between earth and the sun is at least 400 times larger than the distance between earth and the moon. Clear? And the sun is the ultimate source of heat and light for the entire solar system. Now let us discuss about planets. Planets are celestial bodies. So what do you mean by celestial bodies? Planets, dwarf planets, the moons, stars, all these are called celestial bodies. Clear? So planets are celestial bodies which do not have their own heat and light. They are also very small compared to the stars. The Earth on which we live is a planet, and Earth receives most of its heat and all of its light from the sun. Now just look at this statement carefully. Earth receives most of its heat and all of its light from the sun. Why do I use the word most here? Because Earth also has internal mechanisms which generate heat. The core of the Earth, the most inner part of the Earth, is very hot. Its temperature can be compared to that of the temperature of the surface of the sun. I hope you're understanding. So, from the core, sometimes heat comes to the surface. So that is the reason I wrote Earth receives most of its heat from the sun, because a tiny fraction of heat the Earth is also getting from its interior. Clear? So Earth receives most of its heat and all of its light from the sun. Now, all the 8 planets move around the sun in fixed paths called orbits. Just look at this beautiful animation. It shows the various orbits of the 8 planets. Now, we know that the planets revolve around the sun, right? So they move around the sun in fixed paths. They don't deviate from their path. Those fixed paths are called orbits. Now, Mercury, which is the closest planet to the sun, it moves around the sun very quickly. It only takes 88 days to finish one revolution around the sun. But look at Neptune, the farthest planet from the sun. Neptune takes a lot of time to finish one revolution around the sun. So what is the logic here? If the planet is close to the sun, it moves around the sun very quickly. But if the planet is far away from the sun, it moves around the sun very slowly. For example, Neptune, it is very far away from the sun. By the time Neptune finishes one revolution, many planets would have already finished multiple revolutions around the sun. Clear? So planet Mercury is closest to the sun. It only takes 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun. Now, planet Venus. Planet Venus is called Earth's twin because of its similar size. So just look at this image here. Planet Venus is only slightly smaller than the Earth. So planet Venus is called the Earth's twin planet or Earth's sister planet. Now, you might have understood why Pluto is designated as a dwarf planet. Now, Mercury is the smallest of the 8 planets in the solar system. Now, Pluto is even smaller than Mercury. It is much smaller than Mercury. So, Pluto is so small that it cannot be classified as a full-fledged planet. So, Pluto is a dwarf planet. Clear? So, Pluto was designated as dwarf planet by the International Astronomical Union, which is the international body which deals with this stuff.